welcome to MGD Newsroom.
Today, we have a very special anniversary segment of our weekly 5-minute flashbacks.
On this day, May 14th, in 1984, lawyer Jan Schlickman,
representing the town of Woburn, Massachusetts,
filed a complaint that would turn into one of the most famous water contamination cases in all of U.S. history.
It was 1973 when 3.5-year-old Jimmy Anderson was diagnosed with leukemia. His mother, Ann Anderson, played a key role in getting this case to court when 7 other children in her town were diagnosed with the same disease. She believed the outbreak of leukemia in Woburn to be a direct result of 2 companies incorrectly disposing of their chemical waste. W.R. Grace and Beatrice Foods were the 2 companies under speculation for dumping TCE, which is tetrachloroethylene, into the nearby Aberhona River.
After investigation, the prosecution found that 2 of the town's wells G&H, were contaminated with TCE. TCE is a known possible carcinogen or cancer-causing substance. Therefore, the 2 wells were closed immediately. The cluster of leukemia was found within those families who used the water from wells G&H most often. In fact, during the period of time the water was contaminated, Woburn's leukemia rate was 4 times that of the national average.
Although the 2 main companies in this case were W.R. Grace and Beatrice Foods, there was a 3rd company involved as well. This company was called UniFirst, however they settled out before this trial ever reached court. As for Beatrice Foods, Jan Schlickman made the unfortunate mistake of rejecting an $8 million pre-trial settlement offer the company had given him. He felt that he would be able to get more money out of the company once the families testified. However, they never got the chance and Beatrice was found innocent, having to pay nothing. The only company left was W&R Grace, and they were found guilty of TCE contamination and fined $8 million. But this verdict, much like Beatrice's first offer, did not include an apology, responsibility, or cleanup. Mr. Schlickman and the grieving families of Woburn were all sorely disappointed.
It may have seemed as though Jan Schlickman's case was a complete bust, and in truth, it was. After the verdict had been reached, Jan Schlickman's small firm had run out of all its resources, finding itself in millions of dollars worth in debt. However, the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, took up the case years later with both the available money and resources to get the job done. They found Beatrice Foods and W.R. Grace guilty of improper disposal of chemical waste. Currently, both companies are still cleaning up the U.S.'s most massive and expensive toxic cleanup ever, with costs topping over $68 million. Finally, the families of Woburn had gotten justice. To learn more about Woburn's most famous water contamination case,
you can read a civil action written by Jonathan Harr or watch a civil action starring movie star John Travolta.
Woburn's incident of water contamination is just one of countless others across the U.S.
Water is one of the world's most precious resources and must be protected and taken care of.
This has been MGD's 5-Minute Flashback.
See you next